A three-dimensional war machine has swept onto the continent of Europe. With NBC, Invasion News takes precedence over all regular programs. In addition to special news broadcasts, bulletins will be brought to you as received. WEAF.
Ladies and gentlemen, Molly and I and our sponsor would like to say that we're mighty proud to be associated with the radio industry, which at this moment is fulfilling its promise of instant communication in time of world crisis.
The next half hour will be devoted to bringing you information immediately as received by NBC's news bureaus.
Between times, we will present songs of the services played and sung by Billy Mills Orchestra, the King's Men, and dedicated to our fighting forces on all fronts.
And now for music and the news as it arrives, as Billy Mills gives us a George M. Cohan medley.
We'll hear more from Fibber McGee and Molly later. This is Harlow Wilcox speaking. And now to the men who deliver our fighters to their posts, to those men who man the long sea lanes to victory, the King's Men dedicate this stirring tribute, the Song of the Merchant Marine.
It's a long, long way to go. It's a long, long pull with our hatches full, bringing the wind, braving the sea, fighting a dangerous foe. Heave-ho, my lads, heave-ho. Let the sea roll high or low. We can cross any ocean, sail any river. Give us the goods and we'll deliver down the submarine. We're the men of the Merchant Marine. I've carried guns to the Solomons and bombs to Tripoli. I've carried wheat for the boys to eat from Nome to the Coral Sea. I've sailed with planes to Liverpool and Leningrad with tanks. I made it through to Iceland, too, with a regiment of Yanks. I've burned my feet with the deck plate's heat and froze them with the cold, while dodging subs in rusty tubs with nitro in the hold. Heave-ho, my lads, heave-ho. Let the sea roll high or low. We can cross any ocean, sail any river. the goods and we'll deliver anywhere. You will find the Merchant Marine will be there.
Billy Mills and the orchestra bring us now one of the most familiar of all marching songs, the United States Field Artillery March. Always in the vanguard of any invasion fleet are the boats and the men of the United States Coast Guard. To these men, Billy Mills and the orchestra dedicate the Coast Guard song, Semper Paratus.
Here's a song that's one of my favorites. The name of it is The Time Is Now. And it's particularly appropriate because if there ever was a time that was now, it is now. Here it is, as arranged and sung by the King's Men.
Are you ready for the start? Is your heart in the fight for the right to defend to the end all we love? Will you meet the final test with the best at your hand for the land we adore and oh glory The time is now, the time is now. It's time to heed the writing on the wall. For the world won't wait, since fate set the date and the time. The time is now. Oh, that Yankee do or die is on the go again. And they'll see a mighty show again. The curtain's going up. Can't you hear that call? That call to give your all. And the time is now. Welder with your flame, are you ready? Artist with your brush, what do you see? Gunner, is your eye true and steady? Civilian, do you really want to be free? Carpenter, miner, pilot, trainer, riveter, driver, entertainer, Army, Navy, and Marines, ready now to change the scene. The time is now, the time is now. It's time to heed the writing on the wall. For the world won't wait, since fate set the date and the time is now. That old Yankee do or die is on the go again. And they'll see a mighty show again. Bugle boy, blow again. Can't you hear that call to give your all? And the time is now. The time is now. The time is now. The time is now.
Now that favorite song of the GIs, This is the Army, from the show of the same name, played by Billy Mills and the orchestra.
Ken Darby and the King's Men put into words the feeling in the hearts of all of us as they sing, "This is worth fighting for."
Last night through my open window, I saw the starlight gleam, and then the starlight faded, and through the mist of a dream, I saw a peaceful old valley with a carpet of corn for a floor, and I heard a voice within me whisper, "This is worth fighting for." I saw a little old cabin and a river that flowed by that corn? Didn't my folks before me fight for this country before I was born? I gathered my loved ones around me, and I gazed at each face I adore, and I heard a voice within me singing, "This is worth fighting for." Didn't I plow that valley? Didn't I reap that corn? Didn't my father's father battle for freedom when freedom was born? I gathered my loved ones around me, and I gazed at each face I adore, and I heard a voice within me thunder, "This is worth fighting for."
And now Billy Mills' orchestra and the King's Men give us the Song of the Bombardier, a song dedicated to those men who look through their bomb sights for a glimpse of the victory to come. The Song of the Bombardier.
Said the bombardier to the pilot, "Give us a little ride." The pilot said to the navigator, "Won't you slide inside?" The navigator, he looked around and said to the engineer, "Your hands are dirty, your pants are dirty, you're dirty behind the ears." Said the bombardier to the gunner, "How are we fixed for lead?" The pilot said to the radio man, "How's the weather ahead?" The weather's fine for flying. The fog has gone to bed. There's such good visibility. You can see victory ahead. Let's fill the air with eagles. Let's fill the clouds with men. And we will see a world that's free when we fly home again. Said the bombardier to the pilot, "Let me have the crate, and 5 degrees to the right will make it just as sure as fate." The ship belonged to the bombardier who opened the bomber's bay. He saw the target, the enemy target, and suddenly bombs away. The weather's fine for flying. The fog has gone to bed. There's such good visibility. You can see victory ahead. Let's fill the air with eagles. Let's fill the clouds with men. And we will see a world that's free when we fly home again.
One of the greatest of American tunes is the ever-familiar American Patrol. Billy Mills and the orchestra.
The orchestra brings us a stirring tribute to the courage of the men and women of our armed services everywhere as they play Salute to the Armed Forces.
From the NBC newsroom in Hollywood, here's the latest version of the invasion battle coming from the enemy. Swedish correspondents in Berlin said the German High Command expects new and larger landings before Wednesday dawn and declared that several divisions now are fighting in the big beachhead, in some places hand to hand. These correspondents quoted Hitler's command as saying the invasion front stretches 240 miles from Calais to the Cherbourg Peninsula and to the Channel Islands. In a broadcast statement, the German High Command described the fighting in the Cherbourg-Le Havre area as being in full swing and declared that everywhere along the invasion front, British and American troops are putting up a most tenacious resistance.
As they fight, and give them strength to gain, we pray, the triumphs of the right. Bring them the comforts of thy love, the guidance of thy hand, that they may serve as far above thine own divine command. Almighty Father, thou whose love doth heed the sparrow's fall, guide thou, we pray, our men who fly where dark and danger call. Sustain and bless their shining wings through storm and battle front.
ladies and gentlemen, in closing with the Army hymn, we know we are expressing the prayers of all of you for our men and women in the service. It's comforting to know that they have the finest equipment and the best leadership of any army in the world, and that no military operation in history has had the careful planning and preparation which preceded this invasion.
In addition, our men have a weapon which our enemies cannot have, the knowledge that God is on our side. To us, D-Day means divine help, and each hour the hopes of all of us for a speedy victory.
In a few seconds, we will hear from the President of the United States in Washington. So until next week, good night.
Good night, all.
This is the National Broadcasting Company.